children? How are you doing? I think in the last English class we had learned a nice poem about the pilgrim, an old man who had taken efforts and shown his experience and tried to help the others, okay, in the future, so that they would not face any much problems. So today we are going to continue with the same poem. We are just going to go through the language study, the poetic devices. We'll just go through the rhymes, rhyming words, rhyming schemes, the figures of speech, and the whatever balanced question answers are there, we would discuss about them, so that you can write down and study them and keep. Okay, so we start with English today. You have unit 1.3, that's the pilgrim. Okay. Okay. Now we had finished with the poem that day. Fine. Now I'll just brief you up again with the poem. Okay. Now see, the pilgrim who was going on a lonely way. Okay. As he was going, he came across, it was evening dark, and he came across a ravine. What I said was a ravine? It is a deep, vast valley, a big pit. He came across and he crossed it and went away. As he was going, another person followed him, and he just crossed it and came back and thought, "Arey, I crossed it without much worries and without much tensions, but it is so deep and there are so many pebble stones and I felt so much difficulty. So since this is my regular road, I had an experience and I could cross that. But what about the other people who would come? It could be a pitfall, matlab a problem for them. So let me build a bridge." And so he tries to build a bridge across the ravine, so that henceforth any person who is inexperienced, unknown about the path, and is not having that strength and confidence to cross that, could easily cross it with the help of a bridge. So as is coming, one person who follows him asks him, "Why are you building this once you have crossed? So your problems are solved. So why are you building a bridge and keeping it ready for others?" So the old man replies, saying that, "I am doing it because people who would follow by after me might be inexperienced. They might not have that knowledge. So let them share so he's sharing his experience so that he knows what problems he has faced crossing it." So same way here, when experienced people are there and they keep on telling us something and they do something for us, it is just to make our problems easy. So this shows that we need to always help each other, be selfless and not selfish, and help out to others into the problems that they are. So our experience always speaks, and we should share our experience so that the people who follow it in the future can go through these problems very smoothly and easily. So that was a rough idea about the poem. Fine. Now first we go see there are some web diagrams there. Pick out the words from the poem to fill the web diagrams. Now you can see the web diagram, and this is called a web diagram. Okay. That is, suppose I make a round here and I have written here as travel. Then I have asked you to write certain words in the boxes. Now, here you are going to write the words which are related to travel. Now here, what is mentioned here, they should be related to the theme in the web. So to the theme in the sense that all the words about traveling should be related through the poem. Okay, so you have to get the words from the poem itself. Now see there, travel, a pilgrim was traveling. Yes, what was the time of travel? You can say it was evening. How was the highway? The way was deserted. Deserted means nobody was there and it was lonely way. So a deserted highway. What more you can write? There are so many more words. You can see that during that you found a bridge. Then when he was traveling, he met the youth. That also you can write. Okay. Now another one is time around sunset. Now time around sunset, here you will see what is that? You will find evening. It is the close of the day. Then eventide, and you find twilight. These are the words. Again I will show you. Here it is. Time around sunset. Okay. So time around sunset. It was evening time. Then it was twilight. Okay. Then what more you can write? It is the close of the day, and here you can find it as even time. Fine. So this is how your web diagram is complete. Okay. Now suppose I give you to write here saying that the youth. How was the youth who came? He was selfish. Then say he was inexperienced. Then what more? He was not a person who would help others. Okay. Then he was not that honest and humble. You can write like that. Fine. This is how you complete the web diagrams. Okay. Now coming to the match the following. Coming to match the following. Now see. You have there A, that is pilgrim. Who is a pilgrim? Now you match with B, a dutiful man. Journey, how was journey? Now here is compared to life. So how the life of the old man was. Then evening or close of the day is referred to as an old age here. Then chaste, deep and wide is what now here? It is described to a threat to life, that is the ravine. Okay. Now this is what the poem is telling you, that as the person is become old and all, he has lots of experience, but he is ready to face the threat of life. He is ready to take all the pains. But today's the youths who are going to follow, they are not that experienced. So the ravine can be a threat to life. Then building a bridge there. What is building a bridge? The solving the problems of the people who are into problem, inexperienced people, you solve their problem. Then 6 is a pitfall. That pitfall could be a trap. Now what is pitfall compared to? The ravine, that big pit which is there could be a pitfall. That is, it could be a trap for the people who are coming and following him afterwards. Close of the day here refers to the death. Okay. Close of the day refers to that. He is saying today I am there, tomorrow I may not be there. So let me share my experience and help somebody. Okay. Now read the poem and write 3 qualities. Now come to question number 3A. Read the poem and write the 3 qualities of each of the following. Fine. So here this is not a web diagram. See how the web diagram is drawn. And remember that always during the exams or notebooks, when such boxes are made, you are compulsory supposed to make a box. If you simply write like this, without making a box, just write like this or write all these names in a straight line, then they are termed to be wrong. As in how the diagram is given, the same way you have to follow the diagram. Okay, so that is the wave diagram. Now we have another chart there. Now see, here we are writing the 3 we are writing the qualities. Okay, 3 qualities of every person. First we go for the old pilgrim. Now how it is given into your book, the same way, the same pattern you are going to follow. See, it is given like this. Then the same pattern you are going to follow. Do not change the pattern and simply you will write 3 qualities of a old pilgrim into a paragraph form. No. You will write it into a sentence form. No. If this pattern is given, please follow the chart and the pattern. In the same pattern you are going to write. Now, how was the old pilgrim? First he was experienced. Then he was selfless, plus he was wise. Yes, so I am just showing you this I have drawn so that you follow the same pattern. Do not change the pattern. Next they have given you the fellow pilgrim who was walking along. After that, who questions him, why are you building a bridge? So how was he? He was indifferent, he was inexperienced, and he was selfish, you can say. Then how the person who would follow afterwards, the young pilgrim who would come afterwards. Now here pilgrim is a person who is traveling. Okay, now the young pilgrim who would come, that person also would be inexperienced, he would be new, he would be careless, maybe not knowing how to cross the ravine. That means not knowing much, not having much knowledge about the different problems into life. So the old pilgrim is sharing up his experiences so that it becomes easy for you to handle your problems. That is the reason, see, when we read books, you know, of big authors, about good personalities, when you read the books of these people, you learn a lot. And even traveling is a book. When you travel to different places also, you learn a lot on your own, because you learn the different culture, how the people must be adjusting to that terrain, how the people must be adjusting to that climate, how the people are living without certain luxuries which you have. So you learn a lot about this. And when you read books also, you read story books also, you read certain moral stories also, you might think, array, now I'm a grown up child, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do, I'm not a small child now to read the Bible stories, to read the Aesop stories. Okay, but still, you know, there's a lot of fun in that. Sometimes those small stories also relate to your life and give you a lot of encouragement, and always builds up your confidence also. Okay, we just keep on laughing on the hare and the tortoise all the time, and we say, अरे ये तो सीनियर जूनियर केजी और इसमें पढ़ा था, टीचर ने कहानी सुनाई थी. But still it makes a lot of difference for you, as it teaches you a lot. Sometimes if when you feel low, you are feeling a little less confident, less confidence in yourself, or a lot of stressed you are, then these stories really boost you up, because it is the experience of the people that they have put up, they have made up these stories, and it is the experience, and it really is a truth that we have to follow. So it really boosts our what you can say, it boosts you up, your confidence, and you feel, yes, I need to go like this. Yes, this person must have faced so much problems. Compared to him, my problems are nothing. So this is there. And when you help out to others, it gives you a lot of satisfaction. It's completely a different satisfaction when you help out to others. The happiness that you get, you know, into you, makes you more stronger to face the problems in your life. Understand? So a small help, maybe not a big help, I'm saying a small help, you do something. You imagine this old man, so old he was, he must have built a bridge and gone. How many people must have thanked him, how many people must have blessed him for doing this? But he felt, okay, next time I'm calm, so somebody is coming, going, they must have not faced the problem I have faced, so he is also going to be very happy with it. Okay, so now we come to the next topic. We'll just go through the poetic devices. Okay, after that we can discuss the questions. We'll go to the poetic devices. Now, first you know what are the rhyming words. Huh? You know the rhyming words. First I'll write all the rhyming words so that it will be easy for you to learn the rhyming scheme. See, now we have the rhyming words. Now, first paragraph, a pilgrim going alone highway till and built a bridge to spend the tide. Till that we take as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first 7 lines to be the first para. Okay. So, suppose I take the first para. 7 lines if you take. Now you see the rhyming words there. The words which are at the end, which gives a better rhyming scheme or gives a better rhyme to the poem. When you read the poem, it sounds very musical, a rhyme that is there to your ear. Okay, a pilgrim going alone highway came at evening cold and grey. So see how it rhymes the words at the ending with each other. So it is very fine to listen to your ears. Now this is way and you have grey. Fine. The next word is wide and next is dim. Then you have him and then you have side and you have tide. Now see how we go for these are all the rhyming words. Now this word is rhyming with this. This word is not rhyming here. This word is rhyming with this. And this word is rhyming with this. And again this is rhyming with this. Yes or no? So the rhyming words would be way and grey. See the pronunciations that you go for. Way, grey. The pronunciations, last words, how they rhyme. So, next you will go for dim and him. See here. Dim and him. Then you have side, tide, and this word which is there in between, that also rhymes with it. So you have all these as the rhyming words. Now we go for the rhyming scheme. See how you have to find the rhyming scheme. Now we take the same words there. Okay, we are taking the first paragraph, 7 lines. Fine. Now the first word is way, grey, then you have wide, then you have dim, you have him, then you have side and tide. Right? Now, so I write for this as A. Now, way is rhyming with grey? Yes. So again I name it as A. Then is wide, way, grey and wide rhyming? Wide is rhyming with this? No. Since it doesn't rhyme to this, I take it as B. Now, is dim rhyming with wide, grey, way? No. So I take another alphabet to name it. Now, is dim and him both rhyming to each other? Yes. So these are also the same. Now, your side is rhyming to wide. That's why I name it as B. And tide again is rhyming to side. So I take it as B. So then what is your rhyming scheme? Your rhyming scheme is AA. You have B, you have C, C and B, B. Clear? So your rhyming scheme is AA, B, C, C, B, B. So now this is your rhyming scheme of the first paragraph. Now one thing you remember, when you write the rhyming scheme, don't put up, this is the correct way. Don't write, this is the wrong way. Don't do it. This is the wrong way of writing. You should write the rhyming scheme like this. This is the wrong way of doing it. Do not put commas, do not put any colons, do not put any hyphens in between. Straight away join the alphabets together. Clear? Now we go, now you also try to repeat it behind me. We go for the rhyming scheme of second paragraph. See the difference now in second paragraph. Okay? Now we go for, this is for the first one. You have second para. How many lines there now? Again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines in the second para. Yes? So you have here in the second para, take the 6 lines. Now again I'll write the words. Okay? Now here you have near. Then you have here. So near, here, both are rhyming with each other. Then you have day. Then you have way. Then you have wide. And you have tide. Okay? Now, again, we just go through this here. I'll just rub out with this. Okay? Now you just compare this with this. This was A, this was A, this was B, this was C, this was C, this was B, and this also was B. Now see, is any word near matching to this here? Nothing is matching here. So I take a new alphabet D. So is near and here matching to each other? Yes. So I take the same alphabet since both are rhyming to each other. Now day. What was the earlier word we had used? That was A. So I am going to use A here. And for way also I am going to use A. And then what was the word that I used here? Wide, B. Side, tide, I used B. So I am going to use here B. B. The whole poem from beginning to end you are going to see. And see from beginning to end if the words are rhyming with the first, second paragraph words are rhyming with the first paragraph, the alphabet that you have used, you can use there again. Fine? So my second paragraph rhyming scheme is going to be DD, AA, BB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lines. I've got all 7 alphabets here. Here you have 6 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I hope I'm clear. I've written D here because these words are totally new as compared to the first paragraph, the rhymes. Day was repeated in the first paragraph. So we had taken A, day, A, way, same. Then wide we had referred to as B, same way here, and tide also B. So this is the rhyming scheme for the second paragraph. So the first paragraph and second paragraph rhyming scheme is different. Sometimes the rhyming scheme for the whole poem means the paragraph could be the same. Okay, here it is different. Now we'll keep this like this only and I'll go for the third paragraph. Okay, I'll keep this like this only. Now I go for the third para. We'll see how many lines are there into the third paragraph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now total you have 8 lines here. See. Okay, you have total 8 lines here. Now I'll write all the, again the rhyming words. Head, then said, then today, way, then you have me, then you have be, and again you have dim, and you have him. Fine? Now see, can you find head and said any words, anywhere you can find these words rhyming to the earlier ones? You won't find anywhere. Side, head, way, head, deem, head, it doesn't. So the next after D, I have taken a new word D. Then you are going to get E here also E. Now today and gray. Is today rhyming with way and gray? Yes. We had taken it as A and A. Now another new word you have got is me and B, wherein the sound of vowel E is been rhyming. So here you have F, and deem what we had used is C and C. So what should be the rhyming scheme here? It should be E, A, F, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So all 8 lines you have found a rhyming scheme for the 8 lines. So this is called poetic devices. What are poetic devices now? Here rhyming words, rhyming schemes, various figures of speech, all these are called as poetic devices which are used to make the poem more interesting to listen, more rhythmic to hear. Fine? So I'll end, and in the next class we'll start with figures of speech and a small brief article or a diary writing we can do, which I'll just guide you how to go about it, and we'll just discuss certain question answers. Okay, so with that, in my next class we can finish with the poem Pilgrim. Fine? Thank you.